saw someone wearing a completely transparent see-through blouse and the shortest miniskirt in the world. I was horrified. I mean, you really think that Milton Berle would have better taste than that?
Oh, Mr. Benny, I often think about how I nagged my poor departed husband. And if I ever find out where he departed to, he'll never hear the end of it.
Mr. Rosmenko, light-footed one. In our country, we've been hearing a lot about the vocal minority.
Oh, Mr. Buddha sitting there. In the old country, it's the same thing. You know, the minority is very vocal. Yes, very vocal. Only from Siberia, it's impossible to hear them.
Office, and I almost froze to death standing there 2 hours without any clothes on. He can't be a very good doctor to need 2 whole hours for an eye test.
Ever since my picture appeared in the church journal, my parishioners have referred to me as the Pray Boy of the Month.
I don't know whether to go to a topless or a bottomless club. Maybe I'll just flip a coin. Heads or tails.
Boris and I went to a sensitivity session where we found out that I'm sensitive to criticism and he's sensitive to being hit with a chair.
Congress promises there'd be a lot of talk about tax reform, and they were right. There's been a lot of talk about tax reform.
I was, delighted to hear that Paul McCartney is still alive. Now, if we could get the same assurance about Prime Minister Wilson.
The way the post office handles parcels today is getting rougher and rougher. No matter how your packages start out, they end up junk mail.
Goldie, you'd be the one to ask about this. You know a lot of people.
Yes, I know a lot of things.
Yes, I know. And I appreciate your telling me about them. What do you think about this? A lot of people think that the country is becoming polarized.
That now, Dan, that is ridiculous. Because the world, how can they make us Polish?
Gina, if you'll accompany me to my apartment, I'll consider it quite an honor.
Well, I'm very touched.
I'll consider that too.
Our club tastefully agrees that 18-year-olds should be allowed to vote, just as soon as they become 21.
Tell me, Jack, what do you think about this new idea of sex education in the schools?
Well,
yes.
Actually, there's nothing new about it.
Oh,
you see, we had the same thing when I went to school, only we called it recess.